Yep. Okay. All right. There we go. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Beautiful. We got Tesla moving lower. 3.87%. Oh, 3.95% down. 4% now. Tesla dropping. New lows. Tesla dropping pretty hard here. New lows right now. Oh boy. Big volume coming in on TSLA. Tesla down 4.26% now. We just dropped a half a percentage on Tesla. Oh my goodness. New lows right here. New lows. Making new lows. Tesla ripping lower. Big volume. Wow. What a big move. Rejected really harshly at the S1 pivot. Big rip down here last hour overall. But this last 5 minute candle, wow. Dropped a whole half a percentage. Super fast. We got KO Coke. After a nice day yesterday, we are just down 1.1%. Bouncing off of that S2 pivot, 65.88 hit a low. Twice we got a double bounce on that S2 pivot. Current price 66.04. It's moving up. I think we're going to continue on up. Hit up that 66.25 area. Get a nice 20-21 points to the upside on KO, possibly, even though we're down 1.12%. If we swing past this swing low here at about $66, sorry, 65.95, we're probably going to break back down and retest that S1, S2 pivot. But I think we're going to be rising here. We got some volume coming in. Look to go up to 66.20 on KO. KO 66.20. All right. We got McDonald's. McDonald's up 0.39%. Nice action today, though. Nice action. Hit a high of 302.38 at the open after bouncing from 298.95. So we're up pretty big on McDonald's. McDonald's don't move that much. So that was a nice little whiplash there. We're hovering above VWAP and the daily pivot point at solid support level on MCD. Just looking bullish, maintaining its bullish structure. Let's take a look over at Kava. I'm surprised. Kava, whoo-wee, 3.28%. Their COO stepping down. COO stepping down. This thing's been up about 5% over the last 2 days. I think this is baloney. I think they're just inflating it before they rip it down. This thing is going to drop like a rock. I think this is going to get cut by 33%. I think we're going to go around $40 overall on Kava. That's my target to the downside. Kava, $40. Current price 63.67 on Kava. Long term, Kava going down. Kava target 40. Long term. Bam. All right. XRP, man, what a great couple days for Bitcoin. I got the ETF BITU, which is a 2x ETF leverage on Bitcoin, and I'm up huge right now. Huge. And don't forget, it's 2x. 2x. Look at my kitty cats, guys. Look at my kitty cats. They go everywhere with me. They love it here. They brought all their toys. I just throw them around. Okay, what do we got? Any requests here, guys? It's only 4. I only got 4. I do have more over here, and Tony got more over there. So, I only got 4. This is 1. This is 1 screen. This is just 1. This is 2, and this is just 1. That's it. Then I got 1 over there. I got 2 right here on the side, plus the computer, and he's got a few himself. But yeah, so Home Depot falling down here. Home Depot, that symbol HD, down 0.19%. Looks like we're going to bounce off of VWAP just a little bit lower where we're at, 396.32. Kind of sloping up here on Home Depot, just above VWAP. Price falling into VWAP. We've been respecting that all day long. Look for a slight bounce around 396.20. Current price, it might not even fall back down that low, but it's 396.35 right now. So Home Depot, look for a little bounce. It is down 0.17%. HD trying to come back positive. We got JPM. JPM hit a low of 306.14, curving back up right now, coming back almost $2 back up, almost, but $1.70 now, back up from the low. We broke back above. This is a very bullish move here. Broke back above the S1 pivot, and we're testing VWAP right now. Right now, we're going to find out if we're going to get rejected, push back down, or if we're going to break back above and start taking back some of this bearish day, down 0.95% on JPM. 307.75 might chop sideways a little bit. We got VWAP, and then we got the S1 pivot. Price is just stuck right in the middle of that. It's very narrow. So little chopping. Look for a break up or a break down. This is going to decide the direction right now on JPM. SPY just ticking sideways right now. Okay. You guys hear me okay? Nice. Yeah, that's good. Three monitors is terrific. Sometimes I take my laptop and I just use that plus my phone. So you don't need a whole bunch of screens. But I like it because look at all this. Look at all the stocks I can just quickly scan. Super fast, really nice and quick. I could just look at 16 right here. Look over here. Look at another 16. Look at another 16. Super fast, fast. Nice. You know. Sure they are. You must have just came in, Biz. If you look, you'll see these things ticking along. It's 2 o'clock right here. 5-minute charts. Look, green. 516.81. 516.76. It's red now. It moves. It's real. You think I got a green screen back here? Did you see the light reflections? It's all right. It's your first time here. Hang out for a little bit, Biz. We got Coke still moving higher here, 66.06. I'm bullish up to 66.20-ish area on Coke. Again, if we take out this 65.95 area, 65.97, probably going to come back down and retest that low. We got Tesla continuing to make new lows right now, continuing to make new lows. Tesla moving down further, 4.3%, moving down lower. We were almost at 480 earlier today in the pre-market, just before U.S. market open, and just been trending down, ripping down, 4.35% now to the downside. Kava bouncing nicely here. I'm overall bearish on Kava, so it's unbiased, 3.49% positive on the day, staying above VWAP and staying above the SR2 pivot. QQQ moving higher here, up 0.39%, 0.38%, 605.58. We got the RSI moving up slowly here, just below overbought on the 5-minute. The MACD starting to turn negative. Possible little pullback here to the 604.50 area. Maybe drop $1, maybe drop 50 cents on the QQQ. But overall, I think we're going to come back up here by EOD and tap that 607. NVIDIA. Look at NVIDIA here wedging into the pivot. Really nice wedge here. Look at this wedge. 188.78. It's up 0.83%. I think we're going to see a bounce here. If we fail this pivot where we're at right now, 188.70 to 188.80, if we fail that area, look for a pullback down here to the low around 188 even. If we bounce, look for a return up to the 189.60 area on NVIDIA. It is up. So the bulls are in the corner, back in NVIDIA. Amazon, really nice day today, up 0.62%. Current price $22, $222 even, 222.04. Looks like it's curling here. We hit 222.681 for a high of the day. Low of the day, 218.94, and that was at the daily pivot point. Daily pivot point, 218.94, up $4 on the day to the high. Looks like we're starting to hit this little area. If you look right over here, we had a nice bounce right here, and now we're about at that area right now on Amazon. AMZN, way above VWAP. If we break this, look to pull back to VWAP around the 221 area. Overall, I think we're going to continue to move sideways and to the upside. Bulls are in the corner there. GLD, after hitting a high the other day, we are down 0.56%. We hit a low of 351.40. Apple moving up higher here, 258.07. Apple, AAPL moving up here, 1.03% on Apple. Really nice move here, guys. Check out Apple. We hit rejection here earlier at 258.18. We're approaching that price right now. 258.10 right now. This is bullish. Hey, Tone, go in right. Oh, we're gonna miss it. Put 258.10 and get out at 258.25. Just go for a quick 15. We might not get filled. Apple moving up here. Nice volume coming in on AAPL, approaching new highs on AAPL, up 1.05%. Look for Apple moving up. PLTR moving down here. PLTR has been kind of trending on an ascending wedge here. I'm an ascending channel. Support just ascending here. We're bouncing off that area right now. If we break this, look to retest VWAP at what 185.60. Current price 186.50 on PLTR, up 0.84%. So it is bullish on the day overall. PLTR bullish, 186.47. If we break this swing low, we're going to retest this VWAP at 185.60. If we're able to retake this right here around 187.25, if we break above 187.20 area, look to go up and hit this 188.50. Really nice upside potential here, which is where we hit in the pre-market just before the U.S. market on PLTR. We're going to hit that R1 pivot. PLTR, I'll put that in the chat. PLTR. Look for R1 rejection. And that will be a nice ceiling. So mark that on your charts. 188.50 on PLTR. We got coin moving higher here right now, making new highs. Coin moving higher. 373.07. Nice volume coming in. Can you guys hear me okay? Thank you. Thank you. How's the audio? My thing is keep constantly beeping right now. I don't know what's going on with it. I might have to shut it off. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. All right, guys, I'm back with the. Hopefully, this fixes my issue here on my side. Google wedging between VWAP right over here. Check out Google 244.20, 244.21, down 0.28%. If we're able to retake VWAP, look to return back up to the 245.50, 246 area, and that'll turn the day green. So Google, GOOGL, negative on the day, 0.25%, a quarter of a percentage, trying to retake VWAP. If we're able to retake VWAP, look for a move up to the 246 area. We hit a high of 246.81, dropped to a low of 242.31. We're held by daily pivot right at that area at the 243. Been bouncing between VWAP and the daily pivot. We're getting rejected right now by VWAP, but I think we're going to be coming back up and retake VWAP. I think we're going to retake VWAP. 244.20 up to 245.25. Get a nice little dollar here. Let me put that in here. So Google, GOOGL. $244.20. Okay. Microsoft down on the day, half a percentage, 0.53% to the downside today. Current price 516.93. Look at this. We hit this low right after the open. We just plummeted. Look at that. We plummeted from 519 all the way down to 510.68. That's $9 move in just 15 minutes. What a huge move. And there wasn't even that much volume there. That's the funny part. So that tells you that move was baloney. Then we hit a bottom there. We bottled out and we came back, retook the S1 pivot, retook VWAP, and now we're trying to retake right now the pivot point of the day, 516.98. I think we might get a little bit of rejection here, retest VWAP, and then continue to move up and turn Microsoft either green or cut the loss in half to 0.25 from 0.53 negative. AMD positive 3.66%, current price 170 even on AMD, hit a high of 171.06. We've been bouncing. Look at this. Look at this. We hit at the U.S. market, we fell down, hit the R1 pivot, came back up, and just been bouncing around off of the R2 pivot and VWAP. Retook R2, and now we're coming back down to VWAP area, 170.02 now, 170.04. I think we're going to be coming back up here, retest that high on AMD, up 3.68%, bulls in the corner on AMD. Let's look at KO here. Looks like we're getting some rejection at that 66.10 area. KO, that's Coca-Cola. I feel like we might get a bounce right here. It is down 1.15%, so the bears are in power here. But I think we might pull back up here. I do see some positive volume, 66.02 right here. Kava holding at R2 pivot. CAVA up 3.24%. 63.65 right now. Look to go on up to over 64. Kava. If we fail right here, we're at solid support. We got VWAP and the R2 pivot in sync right now. So that's a solid brick wall. If we break below this, look to fall lower and give some of that 3.25% back to the market. But if we hold above this, because this is a cement floor. When you got VWAP and a pivot in sync with each other, that's solid cement floor. Okay? That's a solid support. If we fail that, we're going through. If we stay above it, look for a bounce up on Kava. T-Mobile, TMUS, down 1.11%. Starvin Marvin. T-Mobile fighting VWAP right now. Bitcoin moving up higher here. Look for Bitcoin. It's fighting the R2 pivot, 120, 288 right now. Bitcoin, 120, 288, trying to break above this. It is above it right now. I am bullish on Bitcoin. I got BITU ETF. So Bitcoin ETF. We got Walmart moving higher. Walmart 102.03 for Walmart. 102.02. We are above the daily pivot point. We hit a low in 99.87. Walmart WMT right over here. WMT. Really nice move back up here. Just dropped like a rock from 102 all the way down to 99.87 on WMT. Bounced very, very nicely, very, very sharply from that point on, and just completely returned. And Walmart is now positive on the day, just crossing the line at 0.05 positive. 102.01 to the upside now. Bulls retaking control. Look for a slight bounce here off of the daily pivot point. I don't think we're going to have a pullback here unless we fall back below the pivot with volume, but I don't see that. I see nice volume on the green side. So look for Walmart to continue going up. Now 0.07%. Walmart continuing to move up. Let's check out Tesla. Tesla getting smashed a little while ago, dropping huge. Yep, Tesla's still heading lower. Hit a low of 438.44. Wow. Just took it out another dollar lower, $1.50 lower. Current price though, 441.35. This thing is so volatile, it is crazy. It is crazy. Tesla. AMD, there it goes. AMD is moving up there. Here we go. AMD 170.33. AMD moving up higher. Microsoft getting rejected here. Look for Microsoft to move lower. Looks like we're getting rejected at the pivot point. Look at the head down to the 515.50, 516.25 area. Microsoft. MSFT rejection at pivot. Okay. USO looks like it might be bottoming out here, guys. It is down 2.32%. We got a bottom here, and it looks like we just rejected again. We did make a new low at 71.28, but it's almost flush across. Look at USO. We're at the S2 pivot, moving higher, 71.45, just above the low though, but I see some volume coming in here. I think we're going to break back above the S2 pivot and come back to the VWAP at around 71.80. So about 40-45 cent move to the upside here on USO. What we got? 71.44 to 71.80. Okay. XOM moving lower here. XOM 111.52 on XOM. That's ExxonMobil. Very good stock to hold long term. XOM currently down 0.42%. Current price 111.52. We did hit a low of 111.03. Bounced nicely. Didn't make it quite to that S1 pivot, but looks like we're moving back up. But I see some negative volume now coming in here. It's going to have to really pick back up and reverse. Some buyers are going to have to come in here and push it back up to VWAP. But right now, we're kind of in no man's land. Not too confident about this, but bears are in the corner, down 0.41%. So if we beat this, if we take this out right here, this swing low at 111.25, 111.30, look to move back down to the lows on XOM. Coin. Oh, wow, look at PLTR. PLTR starting to still coming down here. Look at PLTR. 186.16. 186.16 right now, moving lower. Rejected at that 187 area. Really harshly here. Looks like a little slight double top. Look for this to move back down to VWAP. 185.60. We're going to get about 70 cents on PLTR. Moving down, volume coming in, pushing it. Nike, NKE, ripping lower. Pull up NKE, guys. Nike, 74.11, moving down. Finally going into negative territory officially on Nike. Nike was all the way up to 76.97, just below $77. Rejected at the R2 pivot. Came down, found support at the R1 pivot. Bounced back up, rejected by VWAP by right around 76.30, 76.40. Came back down, broke below that pivot at 75.50 area, and now we're heading down. We're ripping down on Nike. 74.11 right now in dropping. 74.11 and dropping. New lows on the day for Nike. We were positive on the day. Now dropped over $3. $2.80. Dropping on Nike. PG getting rejected by VWAP at around the 152.30 area. Dropping current price 152.08. Low of the day is 151.77. That's PG, Procter & Gamble. We are down 0.72%, so the bears are in control. We got the VWAP kind of hovering around 152.30. The RSI is 42, so it's kind of in the middle here, but the MACD is turning negative. So I think we got, based on volume and the way this is chopping down here, this little slight wedge, we might continue to head on down to the 151.80 area. Retest that low of the day on PG. PG. Look at HON getting rejected here at the pivot at the 210.90 area, 210.80. HON, that's Honeywell, down, way down from the highs of about the 212.85 area. We're now at 210.70. We dropped $2 from the high. We hit the R1 pivot today after the open. Bam! And literally dropped right on the dime, right at that pivot. Rejected very harshly. Dropped right down to the daily pivot point, and now we're coming back up into the pivot on HON, and we're getting rejected. 210.72, look for further rejection unless something turns around, but it looks like we're getting further rejection on HON. CAT, CAT up 1.98%. We were up over 2.5% earlier, right around open. Dropped to the negative right after open. And that was to 484 even, right around 484 even. Current price on this is 490 now, 490.32. We just hit R2 pivot, and we're rejecting back down slightly. This is a second bar here, dropping down red, approaching the VWAP at about the 490 even area, 489.50 area. So watch. My kitties. So watch CAT drop a little bit lower here. Look for support around the 489.80, 490 even, and return back up to retest this R2 pivot at about the 491, 491.50 area. Again, CAT is up almost 2%, 1.99% on the day. We got Citigroup, symbol C. Citigroup, symbol C, down 1.58%. Looks like it might be bottoming here. Hit a low of 96.70 on symbol C. Current price 97.11. It's up about 40% now from the low. Retook back that S2 pivot, and we're trying to make our way because now we got another barrier right above where we're at right now. So we got the S2 pivot, then we got VWAP. Price retook back that S2 pivot. It's trying to work its way back up to VWAP, but it's been getting rejected from VWAP all day long. So if we retest that VWAP, I think we might penetrate that. So let's watch Citigroup, symbol C, down 1.64%. It is bearish, but I think we're going to retake VWAP and take a little bit back of that loss of 1.66%. Let's circle back over here. Tesla, 440.94 now, up $1.60 from the low. Ripped down low, ripped down really harshly. Lots of volume coming in. This thing is so volatile. Look for it to continue moving down lower. 441 right now. Look at McDonald's curling over here. McDonald's, MCD moving lower, 301.63. McDonald's, look for support at the 301.50 area, 301.25. We got VWAP and the daily pivot point coming in sync. That's super, super solid support for MCD. this moves a little lower to the 301. Let me get a more exact price here. 301.40 area, 301.44 on McDonald's. That's just a little lower. Current price 301.61. Look for support and a continuation bounce back up to the 302. So you get a nice 50, 60 cents on that little bounce there. Let the market come to you. Pepsi might be getting rejected here, down 0.82%. We're down over a percentage point. We're at 141.37 low, currently 141.97. Took back 60 cents from the low. We're approaching VWAP right now. Look for a slight rejection here. Right above VWAP, just a slight little gap at about 142.10. We have the pivot, the daily pivot, solid price level, 142.10 area. That's only 15 cents above where we're at. So if we are able to break through VWAP right now, we only got about 10 cents above us before we're rejected once again. So solid rejection point, already down 0.83%. Pepsi been having a decent week. So we'll see how this reacts in this area. But I'm looking for rejection on Pepsi. NIO up 2.94%. This thing is so volatile. This thing's up 6%, down 3%, up 5%, down 2%. It's only $7.88 right now, hitting the R1 pivot. Found solid support at this 770 area. Look at this 70 area on NIO. Pull up NIO. We got 770. Mark that on your calendar, on your chart there. Solid support, bounced not once but twice. And this last rip up from 770 up to 790 was right off a daily pivot and just whizzed right by the VWAP that was at the 780 area, 778 area. So NIO moving up higher here, already up 2.94%. Look for it to continue on up, maybe hit that $8. We hit the 802 mark right at open, and then that's where we fell back down to pivot and then ripped back up. So right now, 788 on NIO. I think we're going to retest that $8 mark. So we'll see. Continue on. Bitcoin ripping up higher here. Wow. Look at this Bitcoin move. Up over 200. Wow. Up over. We just moved from 120,400, 120,200 up to 120,800. Continuing to move up higher here. Bitcoin, BTC crypto moving up higher. ETF, a good ETF that if you'd like is look at these guys. Look at them. This is the new kitten. That's Muffin and that's Fluffy. Look at these kittens. Look at Fluffy's still a baby too. Yes, love Bitcoin. I got BITU. BITU is a Bitcoin ETF, 2x leverage. I have that very nicely up pretty big right now. Let me check that out. Yeah, BitU up 5% right now, 8 minutes ago. BITU. Very nice. So whatever Bitcoin moves, if Bitcoin moves 1%, BITU, which is Bitcoin ETF, moves 2%. Whatever Bitcoin does, BITU moves 2x. But keep in mind, Bitcoin goes down, that's 2x. So I usually wait for Bitcoin to fall down to about a low area, like 115, 116, 112 recently, and that's when I bought at BitU. But BitU was like $50 when I got it, and now it's approaching $59. So nice $9 move on this thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's why I love these things. I've been buying and selling BitU all year. I love it. They have an XRP one too. Oh, look at Nike still moving lower. Nike NKE 7411. Wow, look at this push down. Whew. From 74.50, increasing the negative day. This thing was positive, almost a percentage. Almost about a half a percent, about 0.6% positive on the day when we were at $77. Just rejected, down $3 now. 74.11. Moving lower, 0.12%, just entering negative territory on the day. Nike. UNH retesting the 353 area right now, which is the R2 pivot. Look at UNH. Everybody knows I'm very bullish on UNH. So there's some biasness there, but long-term play, okay? Long-term play. We're talking intraday here. 352.85 right now. Trying to find support right now. Hit a high just a couple bars ago at 355.08 at the R2 pivot. Looks like we overtook the R2 pivot, but it looks like we just broke back below it. I'm not convinced we're going to get rejected here. Give me a second here. I got to take a drink. Guys, look at GLD. Gold moving up higher here. GLD moving up. It is down 0.42%. Trying to come back. 354.55 right now. We hit a low of 351.40. Way down here at the S2 pivot. Retook back this. I thought we might get rejected right here. But look at that. Retook with authority. It's still moving up right now. GLD. Beautiful. Beautiful move. We're probably going to continue going up here. Look for a continuation up to 355.50 maybe. Might get a dollar here or 80 cents on GLD. GLD. I'll put that in the chat. Oh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, I love XRP. Absolutely. XRP has a ETF as well. A 2x ETF. Let me just make sure. Sometimes I get it wrong. Is it XXRP? Yes, it's XXRP. Check that out. XXRP is the 2x. P is 2x leverage of XRP. Bam. So check that out. Where did I put my other phone? Oh, my own. It's a good ETF. Bitcoin continuing to move higher here now. Moving up, making new highs. Bitcoin new highs right now. 127.50, 127.50, 128.50. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. XRP moving higher. XRP at $3. 3.064 XRP, 3.19% on the day. I love this. I love it. Pepe moving higher. I was really hoping Pepe, when Pepe hit 900, I was hoping Pepe was going to continue falling back down to maybe the 700 area. I was really looking forward to buying Pepe at around 600 to 700. I really, really was. I was really hoping. What's going on? Thank you. Thank you. XRP, if you guys like crypto, XXRP, 2x leverage of XRP, no fees. When you buy XRP, you pay that price gap, okay, the spread. It's like 0.4, 0.5, something like that, depending on what platform you're on. But if you buy XXRP, there's no spread. You're buying the ETF, 2x leverage. Beautiful. If you buy Bitcoin, you got that spread leverage. You got that spread. Same thing, 0.5, 0.4, 0.6, somewhere around there. But if you buy BITU, no spread. And it's all Bitcoin continue moving higher now, making new highs on the day. 128.32. We got QQQ moving higher, 606.03. Bouncing very nicely off of VWAP on the day. We got SPY moving higher. NVIDIA bouncing off of R1 pivot. NVIDIA up 0.94%. Let's look at Amazon. Looks like we got a little head and shoulders here. Look at Amazon. Head and shoulder pattern on the 5-minute. Amazon, not quite just yet. It's a little bit early. But if we come back down here, we got the neckline, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. 5-minute period is about the lowest you go on time frame to look at a pattern. So the lower time frame you go for patterns, the less likely they are to have favorable outcomes. So keep that in mind. Higher time frames, you look at a head and shoulder pattern, double top pattern, you're looking at around 70 to 80% success rate on higher time frames of those patterns. Those are my favorite. Double tops, uh, double bottoms, head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders. I love those. I love them. Also, my other favorite is when you got a wedge, price is wedging down into a daily pivot point or R1, R2, anything, any pivot of the day, when price is wedging into it, just bounces off and you got a floor, hits the floor, comes back up, it's getting lower each bounce, look for a blast up. Vice versa, conversely, if you have price rising up and it's wedging into that pivot as a ceiling, look for price to move down. That I did that for a while, just that, and I was making a living off of just that on the 5 minute. Okay, 5 minute. Very beautiful, very beautiful. GLD moving up here. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful bounce here. Broke above VWAP. Nice move up here. GLD 354.96 now. 354.96. Retook VWAP. Retook. We got the bounce at the S2 pivot. Broke above the S1 pivot and cracked through that cement ceiling with VWAP just above it. Moving higher. 354.94 GLD. Very nice here. Trying to turn positive on the day. Down 0.3%. Microsoft trying to break above this daily pivot. 517.25. It is negative on the day, 0.47%. We got to take out that last swing high, guys. We got to take out 517.50, 517.65 if Microsoft has any hope of turning green on the day. AMD. AMD looks like it's moving lower. AMD. We hit a high earlier, 171.06 AMD. Oh, sorry. My kitty cat. Let's check out AMD. Look at these kittens. Look at these kittens. Oh my God. It's always this one. I got two kittens right now. I mean, this one right here she's young. But this one, he is sassy. He's getting so big. I can't believe he's this big. He was just like, he was just like this big. I don't even understand how fast. He is so sassy. All right. What do we got? Look at Google moving up higher here. Nice call right here. Let's check it out. When did we get in on Google? When did we get on Google? Google 244 20 entry. 244 20 entry. We got a target of 245.20. Right now, 244.97. We're up 77%. I'm sorry, 77 points on Google. Take 50% right here. Just market it 244.95 to whatever it is. Take 50% off, and then we'll take the next 50% off. Actually, take 25% at the target, and then hold 25% until end of the day. Because this thing might come all the way back up to 246.81, and I don't want to take out completely at the 245.20 area. Meta might be moving lower here at 77.26.10. Let's check out Meta. Look at this. Meta takes out that low. We're going lower. It's about 725.80, 725.75. It's a solid area for them. They had a rejection point right after open at 727.77. Fell back down, and we've just been kind of hovering around VWAP and the daily pivot point for the day. Let's check out USO. USO 71.48. We are long USO at 71.44, so we're up only 3 ticks right now on USO. Target on USO 71.80. Let's check out KO. KO moving up higher, 66.02. 66.02. We're long 66.03. So we're down 1 point on KO. We're looking to come up here to the daily pivot. I'm sorry, the VWAP. Keep in mind, KO is down 1.15%. So we're even right now on KO. Look at Tesla. Tesla bouncing off of a ceiling here, possibly heading lower now, 441.40. We're rejected at the 445 area, down 60 ticks now from the 445, just below the S1 pivot. Low of the day is 438.44. This thing is very wicked right now. Very wicked. Down 3.87% on Tesla. Tesla, TSLA, moving lower. Look at Pepsi. Wow. Pepsi looks like it might penetrate back up here. It is down 0.8%. I was looking for rejection over here. We got an inverted hammer on this current candle. We got a minute 19 left. So we got an inverted hammer on the VWAP. We got a little bit of a gap between VWAP and the daily pivot point. So that wick of the hammer right here on this candle, it's just shy of hitting that daily pivot point. Doesn't always need to hit that area. Okay, doesn't always need to hit that. But we are below now, below the VWAP, the body, the hammer piece. So if this happens, we're going to continue getting rejected. But sometimes when it breaks above VWAP and there's a little gap between VWAP and pivot, there's usually some chop in between. So sideways action, trying to find direction. Just kind of like we got over here at T-Mobile. Look at TMUS. TMUS just chopping sideways, just like I was just explaining to you right here. 30 seconds now, 28 seconds left on this Pepsi candle. Now very red. 50% of the body, 50% of the whole candle is now the body. 141.93. Nice rejection here off of VWAP moving down. T-Mobile, like I was just explaining to you, moving sideways, trapped between S1 pivot and VWAP, just moving sideways, chopping like this in between those 2 points. That's a solid chop area. If you see price chopping over there, that's a nice area to get in. Nice area to start scalping. In, out, in, out. Beautiful scalp area. We got McDonald's finally breaking below here. Look at that. Look at that failure. Broke below. This is McDonald's moving lower here. 301.10 now. Hit a 302.38 high down. Oof. Down $1.28 now from the high. It is positive though, 0.19%. This might turn negative though. McDonald's might turn negative. 301.05 now. Look for McDonald's. Moving down. McDonald's moving lower. MCD. We have a low of 298.95 on MCD. McDonald's 301.04 now. 301.02 still moving lower. Volume coming in. This might continue on here. We have a nice little area where we might find support momentarily. Around probably about 50 more cents. 30, 40, 50 more cents. A 360 maybe. $300. 65 cents area. But this might continue moving down here, especially with this amount of volume. Looks like a double top on the day overall, 302.38. Then we came back up, just missed that high on MCD, turned back down, broke below this solid support. And that's very bearish. What a shame. They were making a good day today. They had a good day going. Look for KO moving lower. Uh-oh. KO, scrap that. Cancel that trade. Just exit right there. I don't like that. We're down, what, 6 cents? 5 cents? Yeah, get out. I think this might come back down here to this S2 pivot. 65.96. Good. Good. I think Coca-Cola is going to be moving back down to the low here. Rejected over here in this area. Same spot where we got rejected earlier. Same topic. Same area. Look for Coke to move lower here. It is down 1.24%. I was optimistic when we saw that volume coming in momentarily, but it looks like we failed. Broke below it. Quick recognition of that failure. Exit. QQQ. Just look at QQQ just zigzagging up there. It's just snaking on up to that R1 pivot. I think we're going to make it. I think QQQ is going to make it up to that 607 current price, 605.75 right now. QQQ 605.75. I think we're going to move up about $1.25 here, hit that pivot. I'm just going to call that right there. I don't know if we're going to break above the high, which is 607.39. We're going to have to reassess when we hit that R1 pivot at 607. SPY, on the other hand, kind of ticking sideways and down, might hit this VWAP area at 668.75, 668.80. Current price 669.35. Price action and volume just mixed on the SPY. It's basically flat, 0.13% green on the day. NVIDIA bouncing back up. You guys are bananas. You guys are crazy. Oh, it's the two kittens playing. I thought it was the other one. It's the two kittens. They're brothers. USO trying to penetrate this. Trying to penetrate it. This S2 pivot. 71.47. I'm bullish on USO right now, even though we're down 2.28%. I think we're going to pull back up and hit this VWAP at 71.90. So USO 71.90 target. We're up 3 cents right now, 3 points. 3 ticks on USO. We went long 71.44. We also went long on KO. We exited at 65.97 because it fell down from the 66.02. It's only 5 cents, but I don't like that downturn here, this swing low. I was looking for a bounce in a particular area. It didn't happen, and you got to cut that out. Just get right out fast. Wow, look at Bitcoin just ripping up higher here. We hit 121 now. 121.038. Wow, man, beautiful. XRP moving up. Dogecoin moving higher. Pepe moving higher. Wow, good day for crypto. Look at JPM, might be finding support here at the 307.63. JPM. I tell you what, my day would be so lame if I didn't have these kittens here running around. Would be so lame. I think Pepsi's not going to get rejected here. I think Pepsi's going to move up. It's down 0.82%. I think we're going to retake this. I think we're going to retake VWAP and pivot, move up to like 142.50. We're going to get 50 cents, I believe. Pepsi. PEP. Current price 142 even. Look for it to move up to 142.50. You guys are so loud. Hey, baby. Like this is the culprit right here. Look at this culprit. This is a sassy kitty. This is a sassy cat. Don't have a name for him yet. No name. Look at him spreading out. Hey, baby. Don't have a name for him. My daughter named the other one Muffin. That one, the girl is Fluffy. That's London. Then my German Shepherd dog. You guys know the dog, Athena. So let's watch MSTR here. Needs to buy right here, support 351.25, needs support at that level at the R1 pivot, needs to move up higher here, needs some volume coming in, mixed volume coming in right now, last 2 bars. So this bar right here is going to be important on MSTR. We reject at this level, 353.22 all day long. And we just hit that area, rejected again. I'm confident we're going to break back above this. It's already up 3.76%, so it's having a great day. MSTR, great day. So up over 3%. Really good day. 3.8% now. 351.44. Look for it to continue up. Hitting overbought, but I think we're going to continue back up there and re-hit that RSI. MACD's turning lower, but I think it's going to all turn back up here. Look for support at the 351 area on MSTR. I think we're going to make new highs, 353 area from 351, 351.25. Bitcoin, Bitcoin a little rejection there at the right after we hit 121. Current price on Bitcoin 128.94. Kava finding support at the 63.60 area. Kava finding nice support. Nice support on Kava. Look at McDonald's breaking below the pivot. Yep, McDonald's moving lower here. $300.92 now. It is up 0.13%. McDonald's might be turning red on the day now. Just a little bit lower. McDonald's is going to be turning red. So McDonald's breaking that pivotal area of 301.10, 301 area. Current price 300.90. Moving lower right now. Volume coming in to back up this move to the downside. Had a low of 298.95. Hit a high right after it hit the low. Just ricocheted right off of that to 302.38. And now here we are coming back down, breaking support pretty aggressive, very aggressively. Current price 300.88. Moving back down, cutting that bounce from the low, that distance. We got Tesla hitting a new low just now, 438.44. Ricochet bounced back up, heading back up to the S1 pivot. Really trying to find footing here. We're up $4 from the low now, from about 35 minutes ago. KO might be turning back up. We cut that long just to be safe. Looks like it's finding footing here at the 65.90 area. Hey, Tony, if this enters back up to the same price, 66.003, let's retake that long with the same target at 66.25 instead of 66.20. Because now that we're over a little bit, that swing up is going to be extended a little higher. Let me know when it fills. Okay? My man. All right, ADBE hitting high just now, 350.83. ADBE, current price 350.04. It's up 1.84%. ADBE has been struggling pretty aggressively because of their lack of ground on their AI. So a lot of programs can do what ADBE can do without all this mumbo jumbo. So they're losing subscribers. They're losing footing in their industry, in their field, in their service. So their stocks just been getting clobbered. Investors know this. Okay, investors know this. But they're trying to retake some of that market back. I think they're going to do it eventually. I mean, they're down almost 50% from their high. So ADBE right now finally having a green day, 1.89%. We just hit a high of 350.83. Now 350.28 rejected just below that R1 pivot. Look for ADBE to continue moving up. 350.28 now. Probably going to retake that high, move up to the 352 area. I think I'm optimistic we're going to make another $1.80 here. Move up to that 352. Find some type of ceiling around that 352 area because we got that R1 pivot. So Draw that on your chart, plot that on your chart, look for resistance in the area if you go long here. Nice little 180 point up. Kava bouncing here right at that area. Kava, C-A-V-A, 63.72 now, 3.32% positive. It is very green on the day. I am bearish overall on Kava. I think we're going to drop around 33% overall, over that, maybe 35% overall. I think I have a target of Kava at $40. Current price $63.74. That's long term, obviously, not today. So Kava bouncing nicely off of this 63.50 area, 63.45. We found support on the R2 pivot. We also had VWAP in sync with that R2 pivot. So we bounced very nicely. Volume came in. It was very predictable. You could see it from a mile away, especially with the volume. So we're bouncing a little bit here. We got to get above that 63.90, 63.95 if we're gonna continue moving up. I think we're gonna head up to that 64.50 area. I think we might be heading up to that new high. We got to take out that previous swing high though at the 63.95 area, 63.90 area. Look at McDonald's continuing to move lower here, guys. McDonald's, MCD, moving lower. McDonald's still moving lower, very aggressive move down. It was up, it was positive on the day, over a 0.25% positive, almost 0.3% positive. Now only 0.09. They are facing a red day now. McDonald's facing a red day. Tesla, 442.65. It is down 3.682%. We're up $4 from the low, from 438.44. Can it come back here? It's trying to come back. It's curling over here. Very volatile stock, so be careful if you're trading TSLA. Be careful if you're trading Tesla. Guys, the indices are a little flip-flopped because of this whole government shutdown stuff, so there's not much activity going on. It's really moving sideways on the QQQ, on the SPY, just kind of moving sideways. QQQ has a little bit more upper action, even it's up 0.47%. You got the SPY up 0.16%. Very flat. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Just flat. Just flat. No one's making any money on that. QQQ, on the other hand, it is moving up. It has an up bias here. U.S. market, it is negative. Opened up right around 6607.39. Current price 606.06. So we're down about $1.33 on the day from the U.S. market. Okay, U.S. market. I don't like to look at the entire pre-market day and consider that just the whole thing. You know, when a stock says it's up and then the U.S. market drops 1%, but they say it's up 0.5%. I mean, our market, the U.S. market, we're down. We're negative. So you got to look at that and take it with an asterisk next to it. If it's up positive because of pre-market, who cares? There's no volume there. You know, so look at the U.S. markets as well. Don't get caught in that mumbo jumbo with the pre-market moves, even though pre-market moves can set some solid pivot levels, some price levels on the way up. So if you see a pullback coming down, you found support in the pre-market, that's where you start playing it. But you got the QQQ positive on the day, but it's down overall in the U.S. markets. We had a low of 602.93, overtook VWAP. Moving up higher, I think we're going to hit that 607 area. I think we're going to get $1 here on the QQQ. We're going to find resistance right around that 607 area. It's going to have some authority here to break above that 607 because we got the R1 pivot. SPY looks like it's curling here. Look at the SPY. It's turning back down. Look at the SPY, 669.30, moving lower. Wow, look at that volume. Huge volume coming in. Big volume. Big volume coming in on that red candle. All down. NVIDIA really trying here, man. Look at NVIDIA. Just bouncing at this R2 pivot. I'm sorry, R1 pivot. Just bouncing here, wedged in. Okay, look at this beautiful wedge. This is so bullish. It's so bullish. This is something I made a living off of. Just this pattern. This is a wedge into a pivot. You guys see that? Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Wedge right into it. Right here is the breakout area. This is bullish. This is so bullish. NVIDIA, very bullish. It is, and it's up on the day, but it's negative on the U.S. market. It's up 0.96%, including pre-market, because it was 187.24. Now we're up at 189.07. That's the low of the day. I'm bullish on NVIDIA. Watch NVIDIA and wedging here. NVDA wedging. Bullish. There you go. Bam. We got Amazon head and shoulder pattern. We are at the neckline right now in the 5-minute. Don't forget now, really don't want to trade a head and shoulder pattern any lower time frame than the 5-minute. And right now, we have a head and shoulder on the 5-minute, which is the lowest time frame we don't want to be trading patterns on the 1-minute. You could, I'm not saying you can't, but the higher the time frame, the more success rate you have of the outcome of the pattern completely forming and going in the intended direction. Head and shoulder patterns have about a 75% success rate. So the lower you go, the lower that success rate drops. So 5-minute pattern, 5-minute head and shoulder pattern on Amazon, AMZN, head and shoulders. We're currently at the neckline right now, 221.94. If this becomes successful, look to drop down to the 221 even, 221 even. So get a nice dollar here, drop down below. And how do you get the target on a head and shoulder pattern? Well, let me tell you. You measure from the neckline to the peak of the head. So the neckline is at about 221.80. Peak of the head is 222.80. So that's a good dollar. It's a dollar. Coincidentally, we have the VWAP a dollar below where we're at. So that target aligns perfectly with the VWAP position for a nice bounce. So if we break here and the head and shoulder pattern is valid on AMZN, look for a bounce at the 220.90 area, 220.85 area. AMZN. I'm bearish on AMZN, even though they're up 0.6%. However, doesn't mean they're going to be red on the day because of this pattern. If this pattern does fulfill and become successful, it's most likely going to bounce at that area, that 221 area. AMZN. Let me put that in the chat for you guys. AMZN. Head and shoulders. On 5. Target. Okay, there you go. AMZN. Head and shoulder pattern. That went through, right? Yes. Okay, good. AMZN. Moving lower. 221.79 now, down 25 points already. Look at that. We're at the neckline, breaking the neckline as we speak. Let's look for NVIDIA to move higher here, wedging into the R1 pivot. This is very bullish, and it's up 1% now. We're already moving up higher, 189.15, 189.16. NVIDIA bullish. KO moving lower here. Good thing you cut that, man. Good thing we cut that. 65.90 now, moving lower. Go long. Set a limit order right over here at 65.90. No, 65.87. Go long. 65.87. Set a limit to buy. 65.87 with a target of 66. 66.10. Coca-Cola heading lower here to the. Actually, cancel that. Cancel that. Yeah, because if we come back here, we already hit that level twice. Coca-Cola heading down to the S2 pivot. If we come back down here, I don't know if it's. I'm skeptical if we're going to find support again. We bounced literally on the dot on the S2 pivot. Came down, bounced, went up to 66.08. Came down, bounced again, hit that price level once again, and now we're heading back down to it. likely gonna fail. Might fail here. Already down 1.31%, so the bears, it's bear biased. Man, and McDonald's still moving lower here, making lower price levels now. 366, 369. That's 300.69. I always got to make sure I say that. $300, 69 cents, down from 302, 302.38. We just hit that level earlier, about a little over an hour ago, and just rejected so strongly. Look at that move down on MCD. Wow. Just red, 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 red. The last 8, 9 bars on the 5 minutes, just all red. Very aggressive move down. I don't see anything here for support. So we got to really see how this plays out on MCD. And it's almost red now. It was positive, about a 0.25%, 0.25%. Now 0.3%. Now it's 0.07% green on the day. So this is about to turn red. McDonald's. You got T-Mobile still teeter-tottering in between. VWAP current price $229.92. TMUS down 1.43%. Teeter-tottering price action in between VWAP and the S1 pivot. Just boop, 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 boop. Just chopping in between there. See if it picks a direction. T-Mobile testing that S1 pivot now. 229.94. It's got to break out any moment here. Has a low of 229.89, very close to the low of the day. This is where we've been finding support. So watch T-Mobile bounce here or break down. It's either going to bounce or break down. Very pivotal area right now as we speak here. Bitcoin moving back up here, hitting a high of 121. And change. Now moving back up 120.988. I got the BITU ETF. It's the 2x leverage Bitcoin ETF. Very nice ETF. No fees, no spread fees. And then you can go long or on XXRP, which is the XRP 2x leverage ETF. I've been saying that throughout the lives. Look at Walmart breaking low now. Walmart moving lower here. Very aggressive move down. WMT 101.69. 101.69. It is negative 0.26 on the day. This had a low of 99.87. Moved all the way up to about 102.30, 102.25. And now look at that. Just could not hold above the daily pivot point at the 102 area. Rejected very strongly on that last candle. New candle now, new 5-minute candle here. We were way overbought. Broke below the VWAP. I'm sorry, broke below the daily pivot point. RSI coming back down. We got the MACD negative. Just moving lower here. WMT. Watch WMT moving lower. Already down 0.27%. I started to get optimistic because we came back $3 from the low on Walmart. Walmart don't move that much like that. Home Depot. Home Depot has just been kind of teeter-tottering in an ascending channel. Now we got a lot of heavy action now below VWAP. So look for Home Depot to move lower possibly. It's already down 0.44%. HD, that symbol HD. Current price on Home Depot is $395.22. We are now below VWAP. VWAP's about the 395.75 area, 396 area. It's moving lower now, 395.19. This thing might continue to give back its return from the low. I think Home Depot is going back down, guys. Watch HD. Look at AVGO. AVGO continuously getting rejected here at the R1 pivot. Look at that, perfect in sync with VWAP and the R1 pivot. They are completely in line. Rejection, 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 rejection. Now harsh rejection, taking out the last swing low. This might be moving lower. AVGO, it's already up 1.73%, AVGO. Current price, 339.23. This might move back down here. We bounced twice at this price level right now, 339.25. If we go any lower, it's going down. Look to retest this area right over here, the 336 area, $3 down. If AVGO fails at this price level right here, right now, look to go $3 down on AVGO. It's up $5.86, so it's going to give back about half of its gain, up 1.76%. This thing fails here, it's going to cut its gain in half on AVGO. Finally, we've been waiting for the SPY to reach the VWAP. It's getting closer. Just this sideways action, so boring. Come on, let's see something here. Come on. SPY getting closer and closer. It's dragging VWAP slowly up as this continues to move sideways. I'm looking for support here on the 668.90 area, 668.85 area on SPY. Hoping for support. It's there. It's basically flat today, 0.09% on SPY. QQQ on the other hand, up a little bit more action, 0.4% to the upside. We stalled just below that R1 pivot. I'm thinking we're going to continue on. Look at this little zigzag moving up, zigzag to the upside. I'm skeptical that we're going to have a pullback here and drop. I think we're going to continue trending upwards to the 607 area. Current price again, 605.71 on the QQQ. So it's about $1.70 to the upside. McDonald's still moving lower, guys. 300.50 now. Another 20 cents down. McDonald's continuing to move lower. This is very bad. We broke that two support levels now. We broke that 301. We broke that 301.50 area, 301.40 area, where we had VWAP and the pivot point of the day. If this thing continues to drop, it's going to give back all of its gains. It is now flat on the day. It's now at 0%. It is now even, now neutral MCD. We had a low of 298.95, came all the way back up to 302.38. Now we're back down $2. We're right in the middle now. McDonald's teeter-tottering here. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys. Watch MCD making new lows. Thank you for joining, everybody. I appreciate you all. It's a weird market right now because of the whole government shutdown thing. So all that news, all that political mumbo jumbo kind of makes the market go a little weird. You all know that. So let's look at this. AMZN now. That was a nice leg down here. Now it's moving back up. Now look at that head and shoulder pattern on the 5-minute that I was telling you about. Look at that 5-minute head and shoulder pattern on AMZN. We had that long bar 2 bars ago. That was the break through the neckline. Now it's coming back up to retest the neckline. This is a very important area right now, because if we break back above it, then the pattern's going to fail. But if we reject now, as we rise into the neckline of this head and shoulder pattern, and we have rejection, textbook head and shoulder pattern is when you have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. The right shoulder breaks below the neckline, and then it comes back up just a little bit. Comes back up just a little bit, and then it gives you a little peak, and then a rejection. And that gives you solid confirmation that now the pattern is very, very valid. You have the breakthrough. That's conviction number 1. Little rise back up, little pull up, getting some more buyers in to stick it to them, right? That's what the elites are doing, coming back up. Guys are starting to buy. Oh, it's coming back up. They get back in. Then they say, nope, papa, and they rip it back down. So right now, we got to see how this acts on AMZN. AMZN head and shoulder pattern. We need rejection here, 221.67, and it's positive on the day, 0.48%. My target is 220.80, 220.90. So we're looking for about close to $1, 80 cents. 80 cents down on AMZN. MSTR looked like it's finding support here. We finally broke above that R1 pivot. Finding support, look for MSTR to move up. It's already 4.1% positive on the day. So MSTR very green. Same thing with Meta. Look at Meta, 1.15%. We got similar price movement right here at this moment. We got volume coming in on both of these. Look for Meta, META, MSTR moving up. We got Apple moving lower to VWAP. Look for Apple to drop a little bit here. 257.25. Look for 256.80. Good 20 to 40 cents down. Apple positive 0.7%. Look for a little bit, give back just a little bit. Look for a bounce around that 256.80 area. So a drop here on Apple. Look for a return bounce. Look at Coca-Cola. Wow, we're in. Good job. All right, we're back in on Coca-Cola here. Coca-Cola 66.06. Bounced very nicely here at the 65.90 area. We went long at 66.02. Exited at 65.97, so five points down. I didn't like that curl right here, that curl over. We exited there, and now it came back up, and now it's entering bullish territory once again. We got back in at 66.02, 66.06 now. Target 66.25 on Coca-Cola. Man, McDonald's still moving, guys. McDonald's still dropping, $300.33, way down. Look at this. Just in the last 5 minutes, dropped 25, 30 cents. 25, 30 points. The last 10 candles, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know. Last 15, 12 candles, all red. Red. Look at McDonald's, guys. MCD, now officially negative on the day, 0.05%. McDonald's. Oh, do you? Nice. Brian Powell, everybody, welcome Brian Powell. Brian is a great guy. I like Brian. Phenomenal. Put me on to OPAD. XRP moving higher here. XXRP, ETF of XRP, up 9.54%. XRP is up 4.2%. The ETF is up 9.54%, so a little over 2x. So I got the XXRP and I got the BITU. Man, look at that now. McDonald's now 300.25. Still moving lower. Home Depot, symbol HD, moving lower here. 395 even. 395 even. 394.97. ADBE trying to find a breakthrough, trying to find enough momentum to break through this R1 pivot here. 350.95 right now. 350.95 on ADBE, up 2.1%. ADBE has been getting slaughtered. ADB has been getting slammed. It was down way from their high. So if they're able to break through here, I think it's going to continue going up. But if they fail here and drop below this previous swing high, then we're going back down to VWAP, which is around the 348 area, down from the 351. So if ADBE is able to break 351.10, look for it to increase back up to 353, maybe 354. If we fail here, look drop down to 348, 347.50. Tesla moving lower here, new low. Tesla, new low right now. Tesla moving very fast here to the downside. TSLA, 438, 438.06, 437 now, 437.95, down 4.63%, making new lows as we speak. Very aggressive move down here. Look at this. Lots of volume coming in. Lots of volume coming in on Tesla. KO moving up higher, 66.10 now. Target 66.25, which is around a VWAP. You know what? We might have to move our target down a little bit. 66.10 because VWAP is dropping. You know what? Take 50% off at 66.15. And then hold the other 50% for 66.20. 66.23 on Coke. Pepsi still chopping in between VWAP and the pivot point, 142.03 right now, down 0.76%. Trying to break above that pivot. VWAP's holding it. It is negative on the day. VWAP's holding it. Man, crypto continue to move higher. XRP now 4.32%. The XXRP 9.77%. I'm watching these ETFs like a hawk. I got long-term plays on the ETFs. Coinbase, nice move up here. Starting to see a fall back down to the R3 pivot. What a great day for Coinbase. 7.26% now. Look at that. I think we're going to see a fall back down here to 368. With current price again, 371.31. Coinbase, I think we're going to see a fall back down to 368 area. It is up 7.28%. We're starting to see some negative volume coming in. We are way above the R3 pivot. I think we're failing the R3 pivot. We're going to see a pullback down, most likely to the 368, maybe even 366, 367 area. So nice little pullback here is likely possible. We're going to watch that. We're going to watch Coinbase right now. What a great day for Coin, C-O-I-N. AVGO, look at that. Look at that penetration continuing to move lower here on AVGO, 1.7% to the upside. Bulls in the corner, starting to find rejection at the R1 pivot, mixed with the VWAP in sync. It's got a solid ceiling above it. We got HON. HON is up 0.25%, finally coming back positive. We had 210 just a few moments ago, about 20 minutes ago, 210 even. And now we're at 210.72, but we are finding rejection at the daily pivot right around 211. And this current candle is red. It's coming back down. So we had green, green, green. Very nice bullish attempt. And they said, nope, get out of here. Get out of here. You're not going anywhere. So HON is going to really need some volume to break back above this and stay green on the day. HON. Right here, watch 211. 211 is a pivot area. J&J hit a high 186.59, down 0.2% today. We were just positive a couple moments ago. It is down 0.02%. I'm sorry. Current price 186.02. We're dropping. Looks like we might be falling back down to the 185.70 area, 185.60 area. Current price 186.02. Might get a 30-cent move down here. But I think we're going to bounce at that area and return back up. It's very possible. It's a strong support area once we get down to that level. Nike continuing to make new lows right now. New low of the day, 74.11 down from 76.97 right at the U.S. Open. U.S. Open just hit that R2 pivot and just been teeter-tottering down the whole day now. We got 5 minutes. Oh man, damn! I love this. I love this so much. I can keep going. I just absolutely love doing this. It's just the time just flies like this. I just love doing this. So Nike continuing to make new lows. 74.11, moving down. TSM trying to find some footing. They're right at the line of being green or negative, 0.07%. They started making a nice return back up. They were green just 5 minutes ago. TSM was green. We might find support here at the 288 even area and bounce back up and just turn green on TSM. We might. Let's look. CVX. X as in Xavier. CVX. Not CVS. CVX. Bouncing at the 153.32 area. Bouncing nicely at the 132 area. Let's look for a move up here on CVX. Current price 153.58. Look to move up to 154 area. I don't know how much movement we're going to get here in 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes now. How we doing on oh, look at Amazon. Wow. Wow, holy moly. See that? Total failure of that head and shoulder pattern. Look at that wick right there. Look at that volume. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That was the most volume since open. Huge amount of volume came in there, ripped it up. We're at the right shoulder now. Yeah, that pattern is done. That pattern is done. And that's a perfect example of low time frame patterns and their low success rates of low time frames. 15-minute, that's you get a little higher on that. 1 hour, that's highly recommended. The 15-minute and 1 hour. Nvidia coming down here, retesting this. I think this is very bullish. But Friday, end of day, Friday, things start to go a little array, a little crazy here. There we go. We hit finally on the SPY, hit that VWAP and that bounce. There we go. SPY bouncing on the VWAP. Here we go. QQQ coming very close to the VWAP right here, coming down into it. Still above it. Still above it. Look for AMD. AMD to move a little lower here, hit this area and bounce. I mean, we got 1 minute left now. Tesla moving lower, new lows right now. Tesla, TSLA. How's McDonald's still making new lows? 300 even. 300 even on McDonald's. We're down. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful short on McDonald's. MCD. Wow. Beautiful low here on the day on Tesla. Beautiful low, 299.97 now on McDonald's, continuing to move lower. Kava rejected here at that pivot, at that R2 pivot, and the VWAP here moving lower. 63.31 now. 63.31 is up 2.67%. Bitcoin trying to hold that 121 level. XRP continuing to make new highs as we speak. XRP new highs right now. 310.1. Oh, dropping harshly right here. End of the day coming in. 5 seconds left. Now everything's just a gamble right now. Everything's crazy right now. Oh wow, look at Nvidia. Look at this big wick here. Look at that big can. Wow. Oh my God. Look at this. That's it, guys. It's over. Damn. I'm sorry. It's Thursday. It's not Friday. What am I talking about? End of the day. Not bad. 1.3% on Meta. It did come back. I'm happy it turned green from down here. Came back, got a couple dollars back. Google, nice bounce here off of VWAP. Continue to move up here. Amazon, the surprise of the day when 5-minute head and shoulder pattern failed. We had bullish on the Nvidia. Didn't quite move up. It just kind of maintained sideways movement on Nvidia. We were wedging into the R1 pivot. Did not go anywhere. Coca-Cola moved high. Nice little call on Coca-Cola. First we called the long. It pulled back a couple cents. We exited, got back in, went long again. That turned out pretty well. Very great short on MCD. Good short on Tesla. XRP is getting rejected here. Post market hours. Nike got smashed. NKE. Nike. They were at 76.97, dropped all the way down to the $74 area. Disappointing day for them. USO going negative, 2.13%. I was looking for support at this S2 pivot. We just kind of hovered there all day. Nothing really occurred at this area. A little disappointing. They didn't take a bounce, but they just maintained the price level. We had Pepsi rising up along with Coca-Cola into the pivot at the end of the day. So if I came back up there, nothing really happening though. Nothing really happening. T-Mobile just chopped all day. See that? That's just chopped all day in between VWAP and the S1 pivot. Closed at 220, 230.14. All right. Gentlemen, what a great day today. What a wild day. Ripping all over the place. Google post market looks like it reversed down from the 246. Oh, wow. What's going on with Google, guys? Holy cow. Whoa. 247 now. Something going on with Google? What's going on with GOOGL? Look at that. Look at this action right now. Just shot up $2. Up $2, down $2. All in a couple seconds. Yep, that's about it, guys. Guys, check out my live event for tomorrow. Just make sure you go on there and click register so you just you know the time. You get notifications for the live tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. So I'm gonna go the whole day tomorrow outside of the subscription area. I'm gonna go on the public all day tomorrow. Okay. So today was just a couple hours. What do we get today here? Hour 36. Got caught up in that private room, but tomorrow all day, Friday all day, tomorrow public. So just go on there. You'll see my live event. Just hit that. Say you're going in there, register, get notification, and we're gonna go at this all day tomorrow. And listen, guys, you don't need to watch this either. If you guys like the market, you can just put it on, close it, put your earbud in, and listen to the market get called all day long. Okay, so you don't need to watch it. You could also just listen to it all day. It's great. I love it. Any suggestions? Any requests? Direct message me. So go ahead, follow me, send me a message. I'll be more than happy to look at any charts for you guys and let you know my opinions on them. What I would do if I was in that position. So go ahead, message me, follow me, like my live, like my videos. I'm gonna submit a highlight now. I'm also on YouTube. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:30. Make sure you're there. Okay. Thank you for coming. See you guys later. We're going to end the week off super great. Thanks for the follow, Mateo. See you guys. Thank you for coming.